Hello everyone! I hope you all had a great winter holidays and built your first snowman. Looking at how much it has snowed in our village, one could definitely build dozens of them. However, it's better to put ourselves to work and, together with you, add some color to this kingdom of white by cooking a well-known French recipe, Ratatouille. A special edition of Ratatouille from Faraway village, with a delicious treat hidden underneath the layer of vegetables. Get your notebook and be ready to take notes. And please make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. The dish we've chosen for today's episode has a lot in common with our village life, and let me tell you why. Guess where this recipe originated? Yes, from the French villagers. Ratatouille is a classic example of cuisine pauvre, poor cuisine, where farmers and peasants created simple yet flavorful dishes from inexpensive available ingredients. Provence, with its Mediterranean climate, provided an ideal environment for growing vegetables like tomatoes, zucchini, bell peppers, and eggplants, all staples of ratatouille. An interesting fact is that in the original recipe, tomatoes weren't included. They were added later after their introduction to Europe from the Americas in the 16th century. Since then, we've had that bright red color nestled between the greens of zucchinis and the violets of eggplants. The name of the dish comes from the French word rata, which indicates a stew with whole pieces, and touiller, which refers to the action of mixing the ingredients together. Today, we must thank the inventiveness of farmers who needed to use their entire end-of-season harvest. Above all, they sought to restore dignity to overripe vegetables that were beginning to spoil, using slow cooking and intense aromas. It's absolutely incredible how much peasants and common people have contributed to world cuisine, even to the degree that, over time, some dishes have become restaurant-worthy. Ratatouille itself made its way onto restaurant menus in the 20th century, prepared in the traditional Provençal way. It gained fame beyond national borders thanks to the animated film Ratatouille, where it became a cult dish for everyone involved in the kitchen, as well as for simple gourmets who found memories and emotions in food. You know what our favorite moment from this film is? The scene where Ratatouille is prepared to win the loyalty of the unbending food critic Anton Ego. What do you expect? This simple dish arouses deep emotions in the fine dining expert, reminding him of his childhood. This is a true testament to how food connects the significant moments of our lives with our experience of it. Even if memories of people and events fade into the past, there is always something tangible that can revive those cherished moments. A smell, a taste, or a texture that easily transports us back to sitting in the kitchen of our childhood home, where pots bubbled and pans crackled as our mothers moved between the stove and counter with practiced speed. So today, with this wonderful recipe for ratatouille, let's create another memory together. We'll start with the sauce, which forms the base of the dish. For this sauce, we will need red peppers, onions, garlic, and chopped tomatoes, which will stew over low heat until it achieves a velvety, dense texture. Speaking of memories, why not bring a piece of our friendship into your kitchen? Our handcrafted knives are more than just tools. They're little reminders of the time we've spent together. Every slice, every chop will carry the warmth of our shared moments. Just scan the QR code to grab yours and make your cooking experience even more special. Now, let's set the sauce aside and let it cool down for a bit while my wife prepares the rest of the legendary ingredients. Initially, in traditional ratatouille preparation, the vegetables were cut into chunks, mixed together and stewed, emphasizing its practicality and simplicity. It was only with Thomas Keller that the technique of cutting the veggies into thin rounds became popularized. And here comes the special ingredient in our ratatouille, a non-conventional one, but it will surely make a significant contribution to the recipe, a cut of fine lamb meat with fat tail. Interestingly, I found several ratatouille recipes featuring meat as well, such as adding salty prosciutto, spicy salami, or minced beef. I know some might think this is a violation of the traditional recipe, but innovative decisions can sometimes reveal a different aspect of the dish. If you love spending your free time exploring renowned recipes and uncovering their rich historical intricacies, then our Instagram page is a must-follow. Dive into exclusive updates, behind-the-scenes magic, and a front-row seat to all the mouth-watering creations we're crafting just for you. What's going to make this dish exclusively tasty is the lamb fat, which will infuse the vegetables with luxurious warmth and earthy, gamey flavor. As it melts into the dish, it will transform the flavor palette, imbuing each vegetable with a buttery richness.
Santi, Bobby. Şey. Bobby nasıl Bobby?
If you're having a great time so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Your support means the world to us.
Sadece bol gibi günlüğe kahkaha tutan. Yüzün ortaya gel. Çayını alıyor, gırası çaydan açar.
Now, my wife finishes the preparation and is about to start arranging the vegetables in the tray. She's adding some potatoes too, a delightful twist. While not in the original recipe, potatoes bring a creamy, earthy texture that balances the dish. As they roast, they absorb the juices from the lamb and the sauce, turning into little flavor-packed pillows of goodness. She begins by layering the sauce on the bottom, followed by a bed of chopped onions. On top of this, she carefully places the lamb meat and thin slices of fat. This choice, placing the meat atop the onions, is brilliant. Together, they're like a culinary duet, amplifying each other's flavors. The onion's sweetness complements the lamb's richness, while the fat adds a velvety touch to this flavor-packed symphony. Before placing the veggies in the tray, my wife arranges them in her hands like an artist preparing her palette. This method ensures the perfect circular pattern inside the tray, with the colors flowing seamlessly. It's not just cooking, it's art on a plate. All right, we're nearly there. Our ratatouille is ready to embark on its final journey. But first, my wife ensures it's seasoned to perfection. A sprinkle of salt, a touch of olive oil, and a garnish of fresh parsley. Every detail is considered. It's these little touches that transform a dish from good to unforgettable. To protect this masterpiece, she covers the dish with baking paper, preventing it from burning in the oven. Then, for added security, she seals it with aluminum foil. This ensures the flavors stay locked in as it cooks. The ideal temperature? A gentle 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour, letting everything mingle and tenderize to perfection. A good hearty cup of herbal tea with field flowers, it's more than a drink. It's a warm embrace on a harsh winter day.
Sanki bıçağı koyduk ama.
The bubbling tea cuts through the cold, crispy air, wrapping us in its cozy aroma. It's the perfect prelude to the feast ahead, preparing our hearts and stomachs for the delicious dish about to grace our table. Dates and fig jam. What could be better? Their sweetness is like a hug from nature, rich and comforting. The dates with their caramel-like chew and the fig jam, bursting with tiny seeds like hidden gems, make every bite a delightful dance between texture and flavor. Paired together, they're the perfect treat for a cold winter's evening.
Basta.
The ratatouille is finally ready, and it's a feast for all senses. The vegetables glisten like stained glass, their vibrant hues deepened by the roasting process. The lamb is tender, almost melting into the medley, and the aroma, it's an orchestra of rich, smoky, and herbaceous notes, playing a symphony that fills the kitchen with warmth and anticipation. As my wife serves the dish onto my plate, I notice how the fat tail is melted completely, its golden juices weaving into the vegetable medley. The flavors have fused, creating a harmony that smells divine, rich, earthy, and slightly smoky. The crisp, clean winter air outside only makes the aroma more pronounced, almost as if the dish itself is calling us to savor every bite.
Best board best sound to this. Hard to up there.
And now, we sit at the table, the warmth of the meal driving away the cold outside. The first bite is pure magic, a perfect balance of flavors and textures. The crackle of the fire, the bubbling of tea, and the comforting taste of the ratatouille make this winter evening unforgettable. Thank you for joining us on this journey. See you next time, and may your kitchen always be filled with warmth and love.